Junard Trust here. So Trump's campaign and recent legislative proposals have included a promise to eliminate federal income taxes on Social Security benefits for retirees. So this pledge was a central part of his 2024 campaign and has been reiterated in public statements and rallies. So basically, here's what was promised, right? There's the complete elimination of federal income tax on Social Security. Down the benefits, Trump repeatedly stated that seniors would no longer pay federal taxes on the Social Security payments they receive. And then there's the broader tax relief. The same legislative package also includes no tax on tips and no tax on overtime provisions, aiming to boost take-home pay for working, Americans. So, it could be good. So here is what's actually in the bill. So there's partial relief, not full exemption. So despite the sweeping campaign promise, the House GOP's actual proposal offers only a limited deduction for Social Security recipients. Most retirees would see less than $500 in tax relief, a much smaller benefit than the full exemption Trump described. There's higher income retirees that would have benefited the most from this, right? Under a full, exemption. Retirees with higher Social Security payments could have saved thousands taxes annually, but the current proposal falls short of that. There are the potential impacts. There's the short-term benefit for retirees, so some retirees would see a modest reduction in their tax bills. The major risk to Social Security funding, so taxes on Social Security benefits currently provide about 4% of programs funding. Eliminating these taxes could accelerate the depletion of the Social Security Trust Fund, potentially leading to benefit cuts as early as 2032, a year earlier than projected under current law. Increased federal deficit, so removing these taxes could increase the federal deficit by up to 1.5 trillion with a T, trillion over a decade. Now, this has come with some criticisms and concerns, so not all retirees benefit. Many lower income Social Security recipients already pay no federal taxes on their benefits, so the proposal would mostly help middle and upper income retirees. So there's the threat to program solvency, right? Experts warn that cutting this revenue stream would worsen Social Security financial outlook, possibly resulting in reduced benefits for all recipients in the near future. Okay, so now let's talk about other bills that secretly may affect Social Security in Q3 and Q4 of this year. There's key legislative changes in 2025. You have the Social Security Fairness Act, signed in January 2025. This law repeals the windfall elimination provision and government pension offset, basically increasing benefits for millions of public sector retirees, including federal employees, teachers, and others who receive uncovered pensions. There's retroactive payments that are expected for those impacted, but due to administrative backlogs, many retirees may not see these payments until late 2025 or even 2026. So this law is not secret, but is delayed financial impact that may catch some recipients by surprise in Q3 and Q4 of this year. There's administrative and policy shifts, so clawback policy on overpayments. The Social Security Administration recently changed its policy on recovering overpayments. Instead of withholding 100% of beneficiaries' monthly check, SSA will now withhold 50%. So this is a significant shift from the previous 10% withholding rate and could affect recipients who owe money to SSA, reducing their benefits more sharply in the second half of 2025. So while this is basically an administrative action, not a bill, it may not be widely known and could have substantial financial effect. The Department of Governmental Efficiency, DOGE, data access, there is an ongoing litigation over whether the Department of Government Efficiency can access Social Security data. So the Trump administration has appealed to the Supreme Court to grant DOGE access, which could impact privacy and potentially, program administration if the court rules in the favor later in 2025. The outcome could indirectly affect how Social Security data is used or shared, but directly impacts on benefits are unclear at this point. Now, there are other proposed and discussed reforms, right? There's the means of testing and payroll tax cap increases. So Congress continues to discuss proposals such as means testing, basically reducing benefits for high-income retirees and raising the payroll tax cap to bolster Social Security's finances. No major bills have been enacted yet, but if movement occurs in Q3 or Q4 2025, these could have significant effects on future benefits, especially for higher earners. So basically, these discussions are ongoing, and basically any other legislative action would likely be public, but the details and timing could catch some off guard. There's the SSI resource limit and work incentive changes. So there is a growing discussion about increasing the allowable resource limits for supplemental security income recipients, right? And expanding work incentives. So if legislation is enacted, it could expand eligibility and change benefit dynamics for low-income beneficiaries. So as of now, these are proposals and not yet law. Now, there are changes to benefit calculations and eligibility. So there's a, potentially an increase in full retirement age. The FRA continues to gradually increase for those born after 1960, affecting which, basically when new retirees can claim full benefits. So this is a scheduled change, but some may not realize its impact until they apply for benefits in late 2025. There's the COLA and taxable earnings cap. The cost of living adjustment for 2025 is 2.5%. And the maximum taxable earnings cap has increased to $176,100. So these changes are publicized for, but may have downstream effects on benefit calculations and payroll taxes in Q3 and Q4. Now, let's talk about the, how the 2025 wage gap or cap and tax policies changes could also affect your Social Security retirement plan. Hey, look, yes, changes to wage caps and tax policies in 2025 can indirectly affect your Social Security retirement plan, especially if you are a high earner or still working. So wage cap increase for 2025, the maximum amount of income subject to Social Security taxes, which is the wage cap, rises to $168,600 to $176,100. So if you earn above the previous cap, you and your employer will each pay Social Security tax, basically 6.2% each, on an additional $7,500 of income, resulting in higher payroll taxes for the year. Paying Social Security taxes on more income can increase your future Social Security benefits, since benefits are calculated based on your highest 35 years of earnings up to the wage cap. Now, here's the potential policy proposals. There's basically ongoing policy discussions about further increasing or even eliminating the wage cap, which would require higher earners to pay Social Security taxes on a greater share or all of their income. So if such proposals are enacted, they could significantly increase payroll tax liability for higher earners, right? But also potentially boost their future Social Security benefits if basically those additional earnings are credited toward benefit calculations. Now, the taxation and benefits, right? Proposals to change how Social Security benefits are taxed could also affect your retirement planning. Example, eliminating taxes on Social Security benefits would increase after-tax income for retirees, but could accelerate the depletion of the Social Security Trust Fund and potentially lead to future benefit reductions or tax increases to make up for lost revenue. Indirect effects on your retirement plan, like the higher taxes now. You may need to adjust your current budget or retirement saving strategy if you are subject to higher payroll taxes. So potential for higher future benefits, like paying Social Security taxes on more income, can increase your eventual monthly benefit, which could improve your retirement outlook. There's policy uncertainty, so future changes to wage caps or benefit taxation could alter the balance between what you pay in and what you receive. So it's important to monitor legislative developments and adjust your retirement planning as needed. Planned legislative efforts to modify Social Security in 2025. There are several major legislative efforts and policy proposals that are under consideration for 2025 to address both the financial stability and adequacy of Social Security. So these efforts span revenue enhancements, benefit adjustments, and program expansions. Okay, there's revenue and taxation changes, etc. So that's what I have for you today. Please take a moment right now to hit that subscribe button and have fun. If you appreciate this video and you like this video and you want more videos like this, please let me know that by hitting that subscribe button and the like button. Also, hit that notification bell so you are alerted when I upload new videos. I appreciate your viewership. Stay safe and see you on the next video.